What's up, baby? It's your boy, Life Coach Jeff, coming to you live. And we are live with three brothers, no filter in the building, baby. Now, y'all know I had the mic sitting on the table for a minute, but I had to freestyle this because I like to move around as I'm talking to the fellas. So, you know, we had to move around. So, once again, y'all, this is Three Brothers Don't Filter. We live and direct with y'all today. Boom, we in the building. And go ahead. We're going to go with the introductions right now. Who are you, brother?
Man, can I try a new introduction?
Go ahead. Do your thing, man. Do your thing.
Hey, listen, man. It's your boy, Sailor Brooks, man. I'm young in age, but old in the soul. And be a wealthy family, man, is the ultimate goal. Let's get it.
Okay. Yeah, my man just dropped some bars.
I had to do that because I felt like I was letting y'all down because you have a great intro.
Oh, thank you,
man.
bro.
You got the dopest intro. They some people like, man, it's God's favorite person. I was like, hey, it's Sailor. Yeah, hey, you know that's. You just man, like, I gotta come harder. So I worked on something. Go ahead, big bro. Introduce yourself, man.
They already know I'm noble content.
Yeah.
One of God's favorite. And you ain't gotta find me because I'm working so hard. I'm gonna find you.
And listen, he ain't lying.
He ain't lying.
He ain't lying.
He gonna be found. So, brothers, we got a good topic for today.
Yeah.
You know, big shout out to Noble in the building. You know, Noble dropped this in our group chat that we have. So, I think it's just fitting that you kind of enter us into this topic because it's a heavy one.
Hey, the topic is, why do relationships feel so negative? And is chivalry really dead?
I like that.
It's a topic.
I like that.
And even though, how you guys ever notice how nowadays a relationship can feel so
Heavy.
I mean, even the dates, even the texts, even they want you to pay for their rent on first day. The I don't need you game. You know, people out here trying to not need each other nowadays. And then you got to pay for old tabs and old tolls from past relationships.
Mm-hmm.
People don't even know how to break up. What I mean by that is sometimes you'll be dating 4 people at one time in one relationship. No cheating needed. What I mean by that is people don't understand what a soul tie is.
Mm-hmm.
Just because we broke up,
I hate that word.
When we break up and you move on, that don't mean a relationship is over. You still dating Jeff, Sailor, and me at the same time because y'all broke up because things didn't work out, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's probably caught you cheating or you call it cheating. That's not a breakup. That's an emotional. You get what I'm saying?
What do you say? Emotional
That's
damage.
an emotional decision.
Mm-hmm.
And you wasn't done because if I wouldn't have cheated, you would have stayed.
Ooh.
So you wasn't done with me. So you still care for me, but you walked away because you felt like you was at your breaking point.
Exactly.
But there's still work to be done to uncouple. Just how you guys agreed to couple up, you got to have that. I see so many people in new relationships with old baggage.
And you know what? I love how you said that.
Man, what?
Because, brother,
Whoa.
I'm going to be honest with you. You know, I was with my first wife for 10 years. We were married for 3 of those years. And I saw as I was dating that I was bringing in, like you said, that old baggage in. It's a tough mental state to really say, okay, look, I'm not going to go ahead and have those effects of my past relationship come into my new relationship. Mm-hmm. Because like you said, you still dating the person from the past. The new person you met, they are totally different. What I've realized about women, man, is women have the same attributes because they women. Mm-hmm. So they have the same attributes, but you dating or you're marrying or you're with a totally different person. So what you have to do is you got to get the chance to actually learn that person, not the past person that you was with. You got to know the new person that you with so you can grow and develop with them.
You want to know what's hard for people? People love a good record. They love the game. They love the credibility part of things. What I mean by that is you probably was a superstar on your old team. But when we start this new expansion, this new team, you start from scratch.
Mm-hmm.
You don't get to bring your old trophies over here. You don't get to bring your
Yeah.
old moves over. I may not even like that move. You may not like that move.
That's
so
true.
the things I did in my old relationship that I was great at, that she loved, now when I'm dating this new girl, I have to start from zero because she may not love none of the moves. So imagine being in a relationship with somebody like, hey, you don't know what you got. I don't. I don't know
Very
what
true.
I have.
Yeah.
You don't know what I am.
Yeah.
And we can't talk about what we deliver to somebody else because you don't know that person. You might be different from her.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's it.
You know, I think one of the biggest problems when it comes to relationships is that you start accusing and pressing somebody else from the new relationship and holding on to things from the old relationship. So what I mean by that is, like, let's say in the old relationship, somebody used to lie a lot. In the new relationship, you always sitting here thinking that this person is gonna lie, right? Because you just mentally conditioned, like, oh, I got to check and see if that person's lying. So because you don't know how to let go of problems from the old relationship, now this new person feel like, man, first of all, I always kept it 100 with you. I ain't never even lied. Why you even pressing me? Like, because we don't know how to heal.
Yeah.
The problem is that a lot of people, when they get out of a relationship, 2 weeks later they're back into another relationship. Man, the gap, you have to have that isolation time in the healing period. The biggest problem with relationships is they don't know how to heal after their last relationship. So you got to learn how to be by yourself. Because a lot of times what happens is when you with somebody in a relationship, 3 years, like I'm talking about the long ones, right? 3, 5, 6, 7, 8 years. Like you said, you start to kind of build a little more attributes, right?
Yeah.
Because you're trying to make yourself compatible with what that person like. So when that person leaves, who am I? What do I like now? What do I want to go do with my free time? How do I enjoy my free time? You know, what movies do I like? Because you guys are always so worried about doing things that each other like. You don't know what you like individually. That's why when you break up, you need that time to isolate yourself. I got a saying that goes, isolation brings transformation and transformation brings elevation. So you have to isolate yourself. And when you become in that isolation, man, be by yourself. Read books. You see what I'm saying? Do that self-work.
I was just finna say, don't just isolate yourself and do nothing.
Right.
You have to do the work, because there's a lot of people out there that's happily single.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying?
Happily,
but they're not doing any work.
Yeah.
So you get great at being single.
Right.
And one of my biggest points is no one's teaching how to love. Everyone's jumping in with a blindfold on and expecting magic.
And you know what, man? I'm gonna take it to the Bible.
I know you're going to take it to the Bible. Come on now.
Because you know,
smile with that.
Yeah, I gotta smile with that. Because you know, it says in the Bible that love overlooks a multitude of faults.
Okay.
That is a mental programming that because when we come into this world, you know, when you're a baby, you're not tainted. When you're a baby, you love everything. You love everybody. You just having fun. It's not until you reach a certain age till you like, okay, that's bad. That's not good for me. I don't want to put up with that. I don't like this. I don't like that. But the thing is, you have to recondition your mind as you get older to love people, to overlook faults. Because, say, La, you can cuss me out today, but you know what? I'm going to still love you tomorrow.
Yeah.
That takes a lot for me to say, you know what? I don't hate this brother. But you know what? Maybe I don't know what he was going through. Maybe he was struggling with something. Maybe he jabbed out at me because somebody might have jabbed out at him. See, that shows compassion, too. That takes compassion to show love to somebody.
That's true.
It's hard, man.
That's true.
You got to really mentally condition yourself to say, you know what? I'm not choosing hate today. I'm going to choose love.
That's heavy, bro.
WIFM. That's a radio station. And that's why love feels so expensive and relationship feels so expensive, because that radio station is called What's In It For Me.
Today on WIFM.
Yes, what's in it for me?
Yeah.
And people only stick around if it's something in it for them.
That's true.
And that's not what a relationship was about. Not to mention that we are making ghosting the norm. What I mean by that is, as soon as it's not working out, it's so many choices now that we replacing people like TVs. I try another one. You know,
You like cell phones. Every 2 years, we trying to upgrade.
But if you look at how dating works now, so like me personally, you know, I've been with my wife since I was 19 years old. So
shout out to the longevity. Can we shout out to the Can we give hand claps for the longevity here in the building?
And shout out to my wife. Like, but you know, I got a lot of friends that's young and still in the game. You know, but dating is so much faster now. You know, you got the Tinders, you got Facebook dating. I didn't even know about Facebook dating.
Bro.
Man, you got to go in there and set some stuff up. My friend told me just to get Facebook dating. But like now you could decide everything now, and it's really hit on the head. Like it's magnified now. People base their loves off people looks. If I'm looking, if people looking at a Tinder, you know, a Tinder profile, you don't know nothing about that person in 2.5 seconds other than what they look like. Swipe left. I don't want you.
That's it.
Right? But the problem is, if you base love off looks and not character, you always going to be finding somebody else. You always going to be single. You always going to have breakups. Ooh. Man, we need to get down to the character. And the only reason I know this is because I tell people all the time, bro, my wife loved me when I had nothing. Mm-hmm. Everything was in my car. My clothes, my shoes, everything was in the trunk. But she seen character. You know, she seen loyalty. She saw a person who literally I didn't see in myself. She saw a great man. And she said, "Nah, I'm riding with that. I don't care what you say about him. What he look like ain't what he is." You know, so like, how do we get back to a point where we start loving people for their character, for their personality, for their morals?
I was just going to say, because we just made a big point. No one's teaching how to love.
Yeah.
So I wanted to go back to that point and say, what's teaching how to love? Like, how do somebody even seek how to love? Because these are not questions in our communities. Nobody's not running around like, I ain't never heard nobody say, man, I don't know how to love. I don't know how to be in a relationship. I don't know how to receive love.
Yeah.
So if I don't know how to receive love, I definitely don't know how to give it.
So let's talk about that. Y'all know I like to be the audience advocate.
Go ahead.
How does somebody go about trying to learn how to love?
Did he just Jamie Foxx me? Did he just Jamie Foxx me? You know how Jamie Foxx used to do Braxton? That's a dumb idea, Braxton. Listen to this. but I don't know, because you know why? Mm-hmm. Because we never heard this before.
Yeah.
Oh, we've heard
it. And if we did heard it, it's a raindrop in the ocean. Mm-hmm. This need to be bigger. There need to be more people asking this question.
We not in the era of love. We not this. That's the wrong.
Was the 90s?
Man, that was the 90s,
boy.
the 80s, 70s, 60s, 50s. Like I'm gonna be real, man. This is how my dad, you know, and he explained it to me through his failures. So he said, "Listen, son, like your heart is like a piece of duct tape, right?" And he said that, you know, every time if you stick to one thing one time, that adhesive on that tape stays strong.
Oh, come on now.
You know, so it stays
strong.
Pastor
Selah.
Right? But when you keep taking it off and sticking it on and taking it off and sticking it on and taking it off and sticking it on, it don't stick no more. Now, you see what I'm saying? So now you got a lot of people in their 30s, 40s, 50s, 60s, and they tape ain't sticky. You know, they don't know how to stick together. They don't know how to be in a relationship. They done been through so many. That's like, now they in and out of a relationship. The problem is now that's happening at a younger age.
Hey,
yeah.
And just like I hit Jeff last week, Selah hit me.
I threw darts.
That was a dart. It hit me because I was one of those guys that jumped from relationship to relationship because I didn't think I was doing anything wrong. And it took me to my final breakup. I said, I'm gonna date me this time. And I went and got a book called The Love and Purpose of Relationship and Marriage.
Okay.
And then that book helped me a lot. Then I got another book. I started reading about it. I started educating myself on, because I was like, ain't no way in the world I keep getting it wrong.
Yeah.
And I realized it was me.
Yeah.
I was the issue, because when I made me better, I started dating better. And then you can ask my wife, when I met her, I handed her a book. This was the first time she probably seen it. I know you gotta read that. Matter of fact, before we go anywhere, I'm not trying to act like I'm a teacher, but I didn't need a book report. Because I need to know. You know what? People don't realize that loyalty is different. Love is different. Cheating is different. So if you getting with somebody, y'all need to start talking about each other's credit score and bank accounts and attributes. I need to know what's love to you. What's marriage to you?
And you know what? You know, again.
Hey, what's cheating to you?
That's a good one.
And you know what? That's real good, because everybody does define these topics at a different. I'm gonna tell you, I'm one of the people that I'm at a point now to where I was cheated on so bad. in my last relationship, there's no hurt like hurt when somebody has been married and goes back to the ex-spouse. That's hurt.
Yeah, that made it seem
And
like
I'm gonna tell you why it's
I
hurt.
was that bad? You the one
And I'm gonna tell you why it's hurt. Because when that happened to me, you got to see how much of a hold somebody can have, and don't let kids be involved.
Yo, man.
Don't let you enter into a relationship where this woman has kids, and now those kids are looking up to you, and now you've developed a relationship with them kids, and you got to let me tell you what the kid said. He said, "Oh, Jeff just up and left one day. He just up and left just like Daddy did."
But that goes to that phrase you don't like again. Soul ties. By her not completing that, so they first of all, people don't pray after they breakups. When somebody is out of sight, out of mind, you don't see people praying like, man, I got to pray this guy off me. You know what I mean? I got to pray this girl off me. And nobody going to sit down and talk to God. Now that it's over, can we work on the exit? Can we, because there are steps to be done to complete the exit. Because if you don't do the steps, it still linger. And all it takes is for the new guy to make a couple mistakes, because that old guy know all your tricks.
Yeah.
Right now they steal
Very
your
true.
tricks. So he know exactly what to, he's waiting for Jeff to drop the ball. Because he don't want her. He just don't want her to have a good relationship, because if she goes somewhere and have a good relationship, then he looks like the actual problem. So I have to make sure her next relationship fail, because I'm not happy. If I don't go find happiness, I don't want to see her happy.
Yeah.
So I have to make her relationship bad, because if she go get if she go get married within 6 months of a year after breaking up with me, it was me. I was the problem.
Man.
I was holding her back.
You know it's crazy, because when it comes to being in relationships and relationships not working out, or being in relationships and there's an argument, man, a problem is two people's fault.
Yes, it is.
Like
A and B always equal C.
yeah. So relationships, people think when you get in a relationship, the personal development is supposed to stop. It's not supposed to stop. No, like you have to personally develop. This is something I'm gonna open up and just tell y'all out the gate.
Go ahead, say loud.
Man, look,
Let me open the gate first.
you open it up, because I don't mind putting myself out there, bro. Me and my wife, we have problems or conversations every single month, because I struggle with emotional support. The love, the kind of love my wife need, I'm not giving it to her correctly.
Okay.
Because I said, listen, man, I don't even know what the heck emotional support, what does that even mean?
Because we don't deal with emotions. We men love through action.
Yes. I'm not the kind of, and this is how I run my relationships, my friendships, any kind of shit. I don't give a
kind of shit.
I don't give a F what you telling me. I'm watching your actions. What did your actions do? Now I'm quick to tell my wife, I love you. You mean the world to me, right? But if my actions ain't matching up to that, then that word is what I'm telling you is BS. I don't care what people are telling me. Yo, I watch people by their actions, because people, they can talk to you and tell you something and make you believe it, especially if y'all having sex and the emotions is involved.
Yeah.
Man, there's people out here that literally play with your emotions because they know that they can, right? But I judge everybody by their actions. You if you tell me something, you better go do it, because man, love is an action word and an action verb.
Come on.
You see what I'm saying? When you say it, you better do it. And so I do things by my actions, and I tell her I'm not romantic, but I'm very thoughtful. I'm not really the type to set up the dinners and the flowers and stuff like that.
I'm the same way.
I'm working on it. Working on it. It's bad. It's bad.
I'm glad it's bad with somebody else.
But there has never been a time when my wife had to walk outside in the wintertime and her car ain't I knock all the snow off. The sidewalks are plowed. I'm putting salt down. She going outside. I'm walking her over to her car. Because these are my actions. It's little things, but it means a big deal. Because if you fall and break your neck, now we got a problem. You see what I'm saying?
It goes to another one of my points, and that's social media, and not just that, comparisons.
Yes.
And the reason why I just said that after you said that is because people don't realize chivalry look different.
That's true.
And depending
Very
on the
different.
person. People was taught chivalry was this one thing. You got to hold my doors. and he has to take me out, and he need flowers. Chivalry can come in the form of, man, you ain't got to come out here and below zero weather trying to make sure you straight.
3:30 in the morning.
3:30 in the morning.
Yeah.
I'm trying to make sure you never touch the garbage. I'm make sure you never this. Maybe I don't buy the flowers.
Right. But to me, that is a flower. Man,
There you go. 'Cause
bro,
did it ever occur that maybe chivalry could be sacrifice?
man, wow.
Chivalry is
Wow.
actually sacrifice. It's not that chivalry's never been dead. You have to look at what a man is willing to sacrifice. Now, women sacrifice too.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to say that women do not sacrifice.
Right.
Since we talk about what men do, and it's three men
Well, I
across
think
the table.
chivalry is only a man thing. We don't
And it
even
is.
think of a. Can a
Man,
woman
well,
be chivalry?
now, I
Can a
only
woman-
say that.
I'm not sure. I'll just say this, man. People throw the word chivalry out the window. F
There
that
you
word.
go.
How about this? How about I give you my 100% and you give me your 100%?
Because-
I'll be thoughtful for you and you be thoughtful for me. How
Yes.
about whatever I give, you receive? I done hit the button.
It's all right.
I give, you receive, and same thing, vice versa. Because a lot of times we think that like in my household, for my relationship, I don't believe in certain duties. Gender-based roles. Hey,
yeah.
listen, man. If you can cook and clean, I can cook and clean. Now, I ain't saying I'm that good at it,
Exactly.
but I can.
You're capable.
I can do it. We should be compatible and interchangeable. You see what I'm saying?
I love that.
Compatible and interchangeable. So, like, for example, like a lot of times right now, men would say, well, I'm a man, I should have to do this. Well, guess what? A woman works too. My wife work and then come home, take care of the kids, and she also cook and also clean. So that should be the same thing I should be doing. We compatible, interchangeable. Now, when it comes to a man's role, yeah, somebody knock on that door. I'm about to answer that straight up. That's my kingdom. Now, we do got to set the things, but as far as like the chivalry and stuff, man, how about we just love each other? How about why don't we do the same thing? You see what I'm saying?
I got another question.
What's up?
You ready? Nice guys don't always win. Now, wait, let me get it out. Nice guys don't always win. So I'm going to get ladies a question. Is chivalry dead or is it being ignored?
Man, nah, you know what it is? The nice guys, these are the squares, bro. These are the women, these are the men that women think are squares. This is the same dude who will treat you how you want, take you out, be respectful,
Russell
open up
Wilson.
they the squares. Right? You don't want a square. You want a thug. You want the street dude.
And we not calling Russell no square either.
No,
My
we
bad.
not.
He's
Man.
not a square in my eye or his eye. That's just what the world is calling.
The world see him as a square. They want a future. See, but the thing is, because the thug dude, the bad boy, they call him. Yeah, he gonna give you everything you want, but not everything that you need. You see what I'm saying?
And the thing is,
he ain't gonna be a good father.
And the thing is, you got to remember though, a lot of times what I've seen is women want the bad side of things. And what I mean by the bad side of things, you want somebody that's gonna rough you up if another man go ahead and smack you on the butt. You gonna want that man to enter into some type of confrontation. I've sat up here, I've seen real good men say, baby, I watched a video today where it was a husband and wife shooting a video where he was on a skateboard and she was recording, and he hopped out the car and the car was rolling. There was a man in the background. He said, what are you guys doing? Do you know it's a 2-year-old here that lives in that next house? And here's the woman. She's like, well, what does that mean? Why are you trying? He like, baby, no, shut up. Come in the car. Stop it. She's like, well, no, I don't like how he's talking. She's like, no, stop. Get your butt in the car. And then the man approaches and comes to the car even closer. And she's having dialogue. When she gets in the car, he like, what did I just tell you? He said, what you need to do is be quiet. You want to pick an argument in a fight. You want me to defend you when you know we're in the wrong. We have no business letting the car run while nobody's driving it so we can shoot content for a video. We're really in the wrong. So why do you want to stir up all this trouble? This is the point I'm trying to make. Like I said, women want a man that's going to go ahead and fight for them. But sometimes when a man is trying to fight for you, you got to trust when he's trying to use his better judgment. What if that man had a gun? What if that man was really trying to pick a fight and was going to call the cops later on?
Right.
And now, guess what? Now, the man has to diffuse an even bigger problem because you wanted to escalate something. You know what I mean?
Right.
So square, the man isn't being a square. A lot of times that man is just using better judgment. He's being
is
wise.
chivalry being ignored?
Yeah. I'm gonna be real, bro. Like, Y'all ever seen that movie? It's called the one with the stepdads, the Will Ferrell. It's called Daddy's Home.
Yeah, I see
You ever
that.
seen Daddy's Home? That's Mark Wahlberg, Will Ferrell. That's a perfect example between they want the bad boy or they want the dude that's the square.
That's a great example.
It's a great example, and both those people are trying to co-parent, co-dad, or whatever. I'm gonna say this, like when you started to personally develop, right? Like your choice of dating got better. That's really because I talked about this on your show one time about the attraction.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? Like people will want to say, well, all men are like this or all women are like that. Nah, bro, that's who you attracting.
Yeah.
Because every person that you dated is a carbon copy of the ex. You keep attracting the same people because you're not even personally developing to even want to shoot higher. That Section 8 game that you talk about. The section,
Section 8 game.
yeah,
Come on.
and they all the same.
Yeah.
They're the same. They're the same people. They just got different names. But as soon as you start to do that self work, you isolate yourself. You really stop jumping from relationship to relationship, or stop jumping from a breakup 2 weeks later you back into another relationship. Learn yourself. Get some standards for
you
yourself.
want to know the standard.
Get
I had to
boundaries.
change.
Wait though, before I forget this,
What's up?
because he just said something about me educating myself and
Yeah.
doing the work, and my dating got better.
Mhm.
My dating didn't get better. I got better, and it made me realize that I could have made some of those past situations work. I wasn't who I needed to be.
Yeah.
Like you know what I mean? When you're going through something sometimes and you don't have the tool,
Mm-hmm.
you know what I mean? You
Yeah.
can't keep blaming the house for falling down when you keep using the wrong tools to build it up.
Right.
So
That's
once
true.
I started
That's
learning
true.
how to use the proper tools, I started realizing some of those houses fell down because my foundation was bad. Some of those houses fell down because I used a hammer when I needed a drill.
That's true.
So I'm just
Come on.
nailing the screws in when they needed to be. Then I
Right.
used the wrong screws. I used regular screws trying to go through drywall.
The little tiny
know,
ones.
Yeah, exactly.
I
Yeah.
couldn't get the other screws in because that was concrete.
Right.
So
Right.
once that book taught me, man, you was using the wrong tools at the wrong time.
Yeah.
And by me not having my communication up, we was arguing more
Yeah.
because I didn't know how to communicate. So whenever she said something that I didn't agree with,
Right.
now I'm combative. Now I want to run out.
That man.
You want to know something you said earlier was how do we teach love? Remember you asked that question, how do we teach love?
Yes, sir.
And again, I got to go back to the good book because there's always
Come on.
instructions
Come
in
on.
the good book.
It is.
Now, Corinthians is known as the love chapter.
I like that. It is.
And the thing is, 1 Corinthians 13, 4-8 says, love is patient. So you have to learn patience with people. Okay? Love is
He
kind.
about to cook.
So you have to learn
sir.
kindness with people.
Yes, sir.
Love is not envious. So you can't be envious with people. It does not boast. So you don't want to be braggadocious. Okay? It is not proud. You don't want to be puffed up of yourself, have too much of yourself. You need to be humble. It does not dishonor others, right? It is not self-seeking. It is not easily angered. It keeps no record of wrongs. Now that's where it says love overlooks a multitude of faults. And it says love does not delight in evil, but rejoices with the truth. So when we go ahead, and it says it always protects, always trusts, always hopes, always preserves. Love never fails. But where there are prophecies, they will cease. Where there are tongues, they will be stilled. Where there is knowledge, it will pass away. Long story short, we just sat up here, gave you some keys. You want to know how to teach love? Again, love is a mental thing. And we got steps here. Learn patience. Learn how to be kind. Learn not to be envious. Learn not to be boastful. Learn not to be proud, puffed up inside.
Yeah.
Don't dishonor others. Don't disrespect other people. Do not be self-seeking. Don't always look for gratitude or somebody to edify you. Learn how to edify others. Don't get angry all the time. What you got to be mad about? You know what I mean? These are key points and elements.
They're great points, but the problem is if don't nobody practice those things, the points mean nothing.
And this is why.
Right.
So you said, how do we teach? This is how we teach. And how do you do that? You go ahead. You enforce these types of. I don't want to say rules, but you enforce these types of skills.
These are principles.
These principles. There it is, brother.
Yeah.
You enforce the principles in the household, and you have to make sure that whether you're a husband or a wife, a brother or a sister, cousin, whoever, you make sure that you exemplify these traits because somebody needs to see that showing love is possible.
Right. Right.
like it.
And you know what, man? When it comes to loving people and being in relationships and choosing who you want to be with, you got to be like a general manager. You got, bro. You better be like a Pat Riley. You better see somebody in this 6th round and notice some potential. Because really, man, you think about it with general managers when they picking players, right? They be like, man, where did he go to school at? Let me watch some film. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Man, I like the way his game worked. Man, you got to be, and then now you want to draft that person. Now what's got to happen? It got to be a draft interview. You see what I'm saying? You got to have a draft interview. You remember you said this one time. It's like, man, people don't ask enough questions. You see what I'm saying? There's not enough questions. And what's crazy is because if you ask questions, don't ask questions based on what you want to hear.
Yeah.
Ask questions based on what they telling you. You see what I'm saying? You got to hear what they telling you.
Come on.
There's a lot of red flags when you ask questions. And then say, hey, what exactly does that mean?
Yeah.
That's a great follow-up question. Hey, when you said that, what exactly does that mean? How long was your last relationship? What's your relationship with your mama like? You know, hey, what would you do in this kind of situation? Because like that'll tell you a lot about that you need to know about a person just asking the questions. Because I'm telling you, if you start running your relationships like a basketball team, it ain't no you gonna have you see what I'm saying? You're gonna have a winning record.
You know, I love when you said when you talked about film, watching the film. When was the last time you actually studied your partner? When was the last time you actually watched their movements? You paid attention to the things and how they react when you say things.
Talking about their body.
And I'm not talking about their body. I'm talking about
they watch that all the time.
I'm trying to tell you, I watch that little booty moving all the time around my home.
We here.
Oh, I do.
Three brothers, no filter.
Three brothers, no filter. Shout out to wifey. But when was the last? He almost spit up his tea, y'all.
Yeah, you almost did it again.
I almost did it again.
Yeah, go ahead. Get your point.
But that's the thing, yo. When was the last time you paid attention to your partner? When was the last time you actually actively listened to them? Because the thing is, I see a lot of people, remember like you said earlier, you in it for yourself.
Yeah.
Love is a very selfless act. And if you really want to learn what the selfless act was, pay attention to Christ. Christ sat up here, died, got down on the cross. These people were spitting on him, talking about him, doing the whole thing. But guess what? Out of all that, he still showed love. That's why I keep saying, man, when you truly love somebody, it's more than just the Disney phase.
Right.
It's more than just, remember I did the reel about the fairy tale in marriage, right? It's more to it than just that fairy tale that, oh, we holding hands, skipping down on the beach or whatever while the sunset is going on. No, you really got to pay attention because it's some stuff you're going to go through. And if you're not willing to go through the trenches and really understand the person that you with, you're going to have a hell of a time.
You know why I think a lot of people struggle in relationships with love?
Why?
Because they don't consume love. The music that they listen to is nothing about love. The shows that they watch is nothing about love. You see what I'm saying? The conversations that they have with their friends is not about love.
Yeah.
You know,
that they seeing,
it's nothing about love. Man, I'm telling you, bro, I remember my granddad, man, rest in peace to my granddad. My mom, I was such a bad kid. She would drop me over there for the weekend, drop me off over there and be like, hey, just take them. Right? When she dropped me off to my granddad's house, now my granddad was a player pimp. I ain't gonna lie. He was all about love. When I came to my granddad's house, I'm talking about speakers blasting, Lenny Williams, the OJ, everything. I'm talking about Gladys Knight. You said everything that this dude.
She had the pips with her?
Huh? Oh, no.
My man, there it is. He caught that. He saw that. Did she had it?
Man, shoot. I'm talking about, and what's crazy because when he would play these records, man, he would be like, "Do you know what they was talking about?" He would explain these things, and he was like, "Listen, man, like Lenny Williams, man, that's probably one of the Because I Love You is probably one of the best love breakup kind of song, man.
My all-time favorite song.
You know, you've never been in love the way I've been in love.
Come on, man.
Maybe you never felt the things that I felt.
And so I remember one time I'm driving in a car. Right, I'm driving in a car, and this is like years later. And my friend, because football moms, they take the kids to the game. She started playing that song, almost lit up. I'm like, you know this song? She's like, ain't you 12?
What you know about that?
Yeah, I'm talking. So like he just we're not in the era where people just consume love and embrace love. Love ain't cool. Having one woman and being with that one woman ain't cool. You got to have it. They call it now a roster. You got to have a roster. Man, that's crazy. That's crazy. Because guess what? If you got a roster, somebody on your roster, you on their roster.
You want to know what's sad
All
about
you doing
that?
is building teams.
I know a lot of people that have a roster, but once they find out they own a roster, they mad.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, you'll cheat on that girl 30 times and find out she got a number and you ready to tell titty off.
Right.
He said, "Tell her titty off."
You hurt
How do you
now.
tell
Yeah.
titty
Now yo,
off?
Philly, just cut it right off. Just
Yeah.
cut it right off. He mad. She got 20 women. She just got a number. I ain't say she ain't
Yeah.
getting it.
Right.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
another thing that got relationships feeling so negative right now is pride. Pride, too much pride. People would rather be right than be happy together.
Come on, ain't that so? See, didn't we say that love is not what?
Yeah, people rather be right than be happy together.
Yeah.
People don't realize, just like a sport, how you ever play basketball or football and the referee got a bad call.
Yeah.
And the next person, he say, hey, bad call, next one on us. That means sometimes when we get into disagreement, it ain't your turn today.
Right.
Even if I'm wrong, it ain't your turn to win today.
That's
It
true.
was but you got the last bad call. And you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Sometimes you have to understand the price of being correct. And if it's too expensive, some of us can't even afford to be correct.
Can you say that one more
Yeah,
time?
the price-
'Cause that is a bit right there.
And you got to understand the price of being correct.
Yeah.
Because if it's too expensive, being correct, you'll lose everything. Because
Yeah,
you
right.
just want to be right.
Yeah.
You arguing for no reason. You going deep. And you know what? People get so clever with their arguments when they want to be correct. They'll take the conversation through as many metaphors as they need to go
Right.
to make their point.
Right.
To make the
Even
point.
if they wrong. So when you're in a relationship, we got to throw right and wrong out the window.
Yeah.
Whose turn is it? Who days is it? Like you said, we switching up. I know, and ladies and men understand when you are having a discussion with your mate, don't turn it into a debate.
Man, I was about to say that.
Yeah.
Didn't I just say that before the show?
You did.
I was just like, hey man, sometimes can we just let a disagreement be a disagreement?
Yeah.
So after this conversation, because like with me I'm not an emotional kind of dude.
So you don't want to listen to me? That's what you're saying. You don't want to listen. So you just want to shut down like you do all the times. So you want to leave it like that.
Nah, I'm saying let's get a solution and let's move on.
So you don't want to argue today?
Nope.
It's the S word.
You don't love me,
man.
The S word.
You don't love me.
Listen. If somebody loved to argue, they will argue against love. You can't make sense of these people.
He ain't
You know
lying.
what I'm saying?
He ain't
you can't
lying.
make sense, bro. You can't make sense of these
Say that
people.
again.
Yeah, man. Shoot, if somebody love to argue, they will argue against love. Like I'm saying, listen. You right. I'm wrong.
Yeah.
Cool. Man, I'm waving the right flag. I'll do what you want, but you still got a problem. I'm trying to love you, but you want to fight. You want to stab somebody. You trying to punch people in the nose.
Yeah.
Man, listen. I'm saying, like, if we in an argument, we in a disagreement, let's solve this, and then I'm trying to get right back to the movie with you. Man, I told my wife this one time because I was like, look, I don't want this to ruin the night. You see what I'm saying? Let's solve this and let's get back to this movie because I'm trying to.
You want to know something that helped my relationship? Somebody always said marriage and relationship, what's the difference? My biggest difference for me was when I was in a relationship,
Yeah.
it was still doubt. It was still options. And I didn't know what we was doing.
Right.
But when I got married, we was locked in. I took it serious. But the arguments changed because when we was in a relationship and we didn't know what we wanted to do,
Right.
there was always an exit option in the conversation.
Yeah.
After we got married, we knew we weren't going nowhere. So the arguments, they changed instantly to the point where we're not going nowhere. We can table this to tomorrow. We got 60 years left. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Matter of fact,
Yeah.
scratch that. We did horrible with that. We'll just throw that. We got so many other topics available. We got so
Right.
much time to love on each other.
Yeah.
Why sit there and let that one disagreement have to have a solution?
Yeah. Right.
So,
Yeah.
We
I
start
feel you.
talking differently because
Right.
we weren't going nowhere.
Yeah, and I feel like, man, when it comes to love, like I told my wife, I said, listen, I know I'm not perfect. Trying to be perfect is an imperfection. I ain't running around here trying to be perfect. I know I'm not perfect. And matter of fact, I'm telling you, I know I got so many flaws. So since I know I got so many flaws, I'm just gonna assume that I was wrong.
And that,
And there's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, like I said, look, when you said this, you was tripping. But I'm going to apologize because my response to that, as a man, we kind of got to be leaders. You see what I'm saying? Like we gonna get the booty end of the stick. We gonna get some stuff on the chin, but it also come with the job. Hey, listen, I could have responded better and guided this situation a little bit more, but I let my emotions get the best of me. I apologize about that because I'm struggling.
Hey, you know what I don't like
Jeff.
about that when that happens sometimes? What's up?
You gonna like this?
Talk to me.
Usually, when somebody's picking out your flaws, theirs are being overlooked.
Yes.
Yep.
And you want to know the best way to combat that is to say, okay, I'm going to tell y'all how I actually, if an argument happens and my wife sits up here and tells me I was being a certain way, I have no problem with looking her in the face. I would look in the camera. Where that other one?
Well, yeah, get to close up.
I would look her in the face and I would tell her, yes, I was acting that way. You don't have to tell me. I know I was angry. I know I was pissed off. I know I might have said something that wasn't right. So now, once we move on from there, now we got all my dirty laundry out there.
Right.
Sometimes I'll be looking for, are you going to admit to what you said?
Right.
Are you going to say, because if we put both our dirty laundry out there, now it's out there. Now it's a lot easier to come with a solution. How are we going to attack this next time?
Right.
You said some stuff that was wrong to me. I said some stuff that was wrong to you. What can we do to make this better? But you know why people hate that so much? Because people think that you're trying to one up them by saying, "Oh, I admitted it." But no, when you truly admit it and you truly know, that means you're able to recognize when you are being that bad person.
Yeah.
So
And
what you are saying is the next time you get into it with your mate, before you start throwing things out, you might need to check yourself.
Check yourself.
Yeah, you know, it's so hard for people to do that because check yourself means self-accountability. You see what I'm saying?
And that's why
self-accountability.
Always.
And that's why, like, I hold myself when I said that, like, I know I'm not perfect, so I'm assuming that I did something wrong. Because, man, if you know you're not perfect and you know you got problems, why are you assuming that you ain't do no wrong? That's crazy.
And that's the thing.
That's crazy.
It takes two people to argue.
That's true.
My thing is, for every action, there's a reaction. Like, for instance,
You know, I'm starting to have a different.
okay, talk to me. How you feel
When they
about
say
that?
every action has an opposite and equal reaction, man, sometimes if you change the outcome in your mind, there is no reaction.
You can control that outcome.
Sometimes in a relationship, when it comes to arguing, sometimes the best thing to say is to say nothing at all.
I was gonna
I
say
would
that
sit
just to
there and
shut
just
up.
be quiet. And
Be
sometimes she just vent, you know?
Yeah, she just letting it out.
And then now my wife hates it because she'll say, "Now, what do you have to say about anything that I had to say?" I don't know really know how to emotionally support people, so I'd be like, I ain't got nothing to say.
You know what you say? Give her this. Say, I'm processing. Give me a minute. I'm processing what you just told me.
That'd be a lie.
Okay, but sometimes you got to. Okay, y'all.
That'd be a lie. Because like she be
sometimes
listening.
y'all, we got to tell y'all the lie. Sometimes we got to get through it. We don't even know what happens
Cause
sometimes.
she's so complex, man. Women are so complex, and I ain't that smart of a dude when it comes to these emotions. My brain be fried, bro. I'm like, I don't even know where to start. I'm a little scared.
Yeah.
I'm like, I don't know what to say, but I love you.
But that's why you
I
got
was
so many
listening.
men out here that's outgrowing women. I said it because we get blamed for so much
Interesting.
and we take so much accountability that we have work to do. If you don't take no accountability, you have no work to do.
Can I?
If the man is to blame for everything,
Everything.
he's the one have to work on everything. So he's the one reaping the benefit from the work.
And this is why I feel sometimes.
you. I
This
feel
is why
you.
you hear so many men talking.
That's cold, bro.
It's cold. And this is why you hear so many men speaking now. This is why you hear so many men being vocal saying, look, just like you talk about how you hurt, I hurt too. Just like how you talking about the tone in your words and the things that you say, it's the same. When you with somebody, it's a reflection of you.
That miscarriage hurted me too.
It hurt
That
me too.
losing that child hurted
Yeah,
me
it hurt
too.
me
It
too.
hurted me worse than you.
Yeah.
I really wanted that baby.
Yeah.
I wanted that baby, but you think because God gave you a certain way to carry it, that means you get to feel more?
Exactly.
Like they write us off so quick.
So quick.
And I never heard, you know what I hear sometimes, but usually when somebody break up, what they say? What you do?
Right.
That's how you know they not growing.
That's how you
Because you rarely hear a woman say, it was me.
And you want to know
Man.
what I did after my first marriage?
Go ahead, bro. Go
After
ahead.
my first marriage, I took some parts back
Mm-hmm.
and I replayed it. And I did not blame my ex-wife for us having a divorce. Now I know what she said, so I'm not gonna repeat what she said because that takes the focus off of me.
Yeah.
So what I had to do is I had to replay, Jeff, what did you do to contribute to this marriage being bad? I didn't speak up enough.
Yeah.
I was quiet at times when I know I should have been the leader because I was so worried about the reaction that my wife was going to give me when I should have just ate the reaction so we could have worked through some problems.
Especially if you dating that trophy.
Exactly. Because the thing is, at the end of the day, as men, we know that our wife is the prize.
Right.
We love her to death. But a lot of times we have to stop that fear. Men have a fear of voicing the opinion because, again, we don't know how they're going to react. Sometimes you just got to bite the bullet and you got to deal with it head on. Now, this is the thing. If you was being honest, what do you have to fear? If you telling the truth, if you being honest and you really trying to share, why do you have to fear that?
The moment you have a fear of losing something, you already lost it. And I hate to say that because most people be like, so what you talking about? Kids? You talking about? First of all, they ain't your kids, they God's children. You know what I mean? And your wife is God's daughter. And you have to be prepared. And I hate to say this, but I have to. You have to be prepared to lose anything at any time.
That's true.
Because it can be used against you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Now, that don't mean walk around like you nonchalant. No, but if somebody want to go, you go. I'm not stopping you from leaving because God already replaced. If he knew you was walking out, he already opened another door for me.
And bro, you know, man, it's
Will
crazy.
Smith said it in Pursuit of Happiness.
Yeah.
Go get happy.
And it's crazy you said that because I was very content. People thought I was down and out because my wife. No, I was very much okay with her leaving. What I was more, the weight hit me because I couldn't keep something together. Yeah. So I had to tell myself, okay, Jeff, how come you couldn't keep this together? So the weight was on me. It was shifted off of her.
I was so toxic growing up because I was raised in the projects. Yeah. So exiting was easy for me. Matter of fact, it was easy. Goodbyes is so easy. Hellos, I'm scared of. You know what I mean? It's easy for me to leave. Staying is the hard part.
Right.
For me.
And I think that's a lot of people in this world, man. Like, it was on a thing where Cam Newton had said that people in relationships, they look for more reasons to leave than more reasons to stay.
Oh, definitely.
You know what I mean? And I think that's really one thing that I struggle with my wife is because, man, man, like I told you, my daddy dumped me off here and drove off. You know, I'm used to I done lived in so many different states and, you know, connected with people and then moved away. So like the attachment part is slow. The detachment, I don't know if that's a word. Is that a word, Jeff? Detachment.
Just made it.
Yeah, okay. The attachment is slow. Attachment is slow. The detachment is fast.
The detachment.
Man, I'm gone, man. Peace and blessings on your journey, and I'm out.
And I had abandonment issues, you know.
Yeah, straight up.
I was, you know, abandonment issues from everybody. I felt like every person that was ever put in my life to love me left me.
Yep.
And so leaving became normal. As a matter of fact, if you wanted to stay, that was like she trying to set me up.
Yeah,
it was more like some on next Friday. Who sent you? You know what I mean? I'm like, nah, you trying to love on me?
Yeah, exactly.
Nah, you're gonna leave like everybody else. But my biggest thing with relationships was people forget that love in a relationship is hard work, and everybody out here mad and acting like it should have been easy. And that's the reason why it's failing.
Yeah.
People don't realize it's hard work. It is two people. Love is a perfect thing created by, but it's done by two imperfect people.
Right.
So we was meant to fail this, but work at it and continue to work at it and continue. We never gonna get it right.
Yeah.
It's gonna be a never-ending work fest.
Yes.
But it ain't never gonna be easy.
You know, I think you make a great point, bro. And I think when it comes to love, the reason why it's hard for a lot of people to love is because it's hard for them to be loved. Like somebody will come around and try to love them and they not used to being loved and they start to push that person away. Because, man, when it comes to love, bro, love, you got to ask yourself, man, because everything ain't nothing free. It's going to cost you something. You know what love costs you, bro? Vulnerability.
That's exactly what I was
Love
thinking,
is going to
bro.
cost you
Yes, sir.
vulnerability. You're going to have to be open. You're going to have to trust somebody. You're going to have to just open up your heart and then just trust that somebody is not going to go stomping on it and doing their thing.
Yep.
But man, if you go through this world, we talked about it as men, when you go around and you walk on with all that armor, bro, guess what? Can't nothing get in, but can't nothing get out either.
Exactly.
But
You see what I'm saying?
You know why I think love and relationships are hard, really, really hard? I don't think people consider that love is going to change.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Your
love
relationship
evolves
is gonna
over
change.
time.
Yeah.
It
You're going to
evolves.
date. If you spend 20 years with me, you probably dated 6 versions of me. If I'm growing,
That's what I was about to
yes.
If you're growing,
If I'm
love,
growing,
love changes with
yeah,
growth.
it
If you
does.
ain't growing,
Yeah.
you and that's the thing. If you don't grow together, you grow apart. There's some
Exactly.
people out here who gonna lose the best thing that ever happened to them because they don't want to grow and they don't want to change. And I tell people, man, if you love somebody, you should change. Man, it's a difference. There's positive change and there's negative change. If the person that loves
Yeah.
you is saying, "Hey, I love you, but I need you to make some positive changes."
hey, not if you
And then-
love them, you should change. If you love God, you can change. See, we doing too much giving the person power.
And that-
if I'm aligned,
Yeah.
I'm gonna do what I need to do. I'm not faithful to or loyal to my
'Cause
wife
you-
because of her.
Mm-hmm.
I'm loyal to my wife because how I'm aligned now.
Yeah.
My walk, my journey. She can do the reason why you don't want nobody to change for you or get better for you, because the moment you make me mad, now all that goes out the window. You
Yeah.
need to get ladies and man, you need to find people that's aligned, that's speaking with him, that's doing what's good when nobody's watching.
Yeah.
That's a good person for real in life. That's a real genuine person that's good in life. But the problem is y'all want to trick off. You want to sponsor. You want somebody to ignore your feelings while you pouring them out. And man, you want a maid. I mean, I got one guy that just feel like, man, you know what he told me? Man, I want somebody to cook, clean, this, that, and the third, and be there. But he didn't want a relationship. I'm like, man, relationship. Just say it. Nah, man, it's too soon for that. But you want her to do all these things for you?
Exactly.
Right. He wanted an indentured servant, bro. What
Yeah,
the
we-
heck you got?
exactly.
What the
That's
heck
what
you
he
got
want.
going home?
But
Yeah.
it's vice versa. So now we got the man that won't, and everybody think they can have it their way because nobody's living for God. Nobody's living in alignment. So everybody's in it for themselves. So we got men with a list of things now. We got women with a list of things now, and nothing on that list involves him.
Because there was an 11th commandment.
He back in the Bible.
There was an 11th commandment.
Man, that book
He
about to
back
hit
in the
people.
Bible.
There was an 11th commandment. There was. That people don't understand. That people don't know.
Yeah,
That's
that's
overlooked
right, yeah.
all the time.
Yeah, come on.
And it says, out of all of these, the greatest is love. Because if you love, you fulfill what? All the commandments. So the thing is, people, if you don't get nothing out this episode today,
Yeah.
when you talked about being in alignment with him, that's the whole key to all of that.
That's
Yes.
true. That's true.
I gave some principles earlier.
Yeah.
These were more instructions
Right.
and principles and things to get your mental on. And then you
Right.
talked about being in alignment with him. It
Yeah.
clearly says, out of the greatest of these commandments, it's a commandment. So that means it's something you're supposed to do.
Hey, Jeff.
Yeah, it's
these
not an
rela-
option. It's a
Hey,
commandment.
These relationships are not failing. They're not failing.
Yeah.
Some has to, it has to start to fail.
Yeah,
These relationships never started.
exactly.
You knew he was a liar when you met him.
You knew
He
it.
lied to you
Right.
the whole
You-
time.
the whole
Yeah.
I
time.
can't blame a liar for lying.
You
I
can't.
can only fault the person that think he was going to tell the truth. He showed you he was a
Exactly.
liar. You couldn't call him after 9 p.m.
Exactly.
Right.
Yeah, he live with somebody.
Yeah.
He don't show up when he need to. That's because he got somebody. Hey, you don't see him on holidays.
Right.
People used to always tell me, you want to know if somebody yours, what they have on holidays?
That's true.
If he got to see you after Valentine's Day, he ain't at work.
Yeah.
So you knew what was going on and you still, and same thing with man, you knew she wanted your money. You knew
Yeah.
it. You was paying a bill since the first day you met her.
Right.
These relationships ain't failing. They never started.
That's
And
true.
if you take that to
Yeah.
heart, I hope you do. Get into some real relationships and stop. Matter of fact, if you got a checklist, throw that thing in the ocean.
You know
A
it's
checklist
crazy,
is the death of it. But go ahead.
man. Because when I'm looking at it, really all people want, man, and they just don't want to come out and say it. Because look, I'm gonna be real. Like I said, man, I've been on my way. I don't know the game like that, but I'm around people who are in the game. I got friends who are in the game.
You know enough of the game.
And I know enough of the game. What it is, man, you got a lot of people that just want to have sex, but nobody coming out and say, hey, I just want to have sex. So what that means is like, hey, you know, if you want to have sex with me, you either got to pay my bill. And it always comes with some strings
there's
attached.
an equal exchange.
Yes, it's an exchange. Yeah, you know, hey, you know, you give me some of the poom, I'll get your bills paid, blah blah blah. And then we gonna label this craziness as a relationship. Well, nah, man, this ain't a relationship.
You just say label?
Yeah, they gonna
people
label.
are fucking into a relationship. They not getting to
yeah,
nobody
right
now.
Oh.
Nobody can sit here. You can talk to a bunch of people, and almost 90 or more percent ain't gonna tell you when their relationship started.
Right.
Because then nobody stops and say, man, I really want you to be my lady, or man, I want you to be my man. They fucked into it.
Right.
That's how they got into it. They say, and when you first meet somebody, guess what? You are physically attracted to them. You don't meet somebody and go, oh, your brain is beautiful. Oh, I can see. No, it don't happen like that.
Right.
But they lie to each other. What they say when you first meet, the two representatives meet.
Right.
And then y'all lie from that stage on. And that's why I keep saying the relationship ain't failed. They never started.
Man, it's actually they should stop calling it a relationship. This is a contractual agreement.
You
know,
want to know
it's an interview.
Yeah.
It's an interview to see if we made to take that leap.
Right.
See, a lot of times
There's too much loyalty in relationship. It's too much marriage in relationship, and not enough relationships in marriage.
Wait, hold on. That was deep. That was heavy. Let me say something to that real quick.
Man.
Now, if we really because see, again,
He's one of God's favorites.
Because I'm trying one of God's favorites. You actually came with something very spiritual. I don't think you really know that you did, but you really did with that. We got a little bit of time here. Let's talk about this.
Yeah.
Have any of y'all studied marriage deep? And I need to know this.
Nah,
I need to know this because you study marriage deep. So let me see if we can hit on a point here. Now, did you ever notice? We're gonna start off with Adam and Eve. I'm not saying that they were the first two because I don't believe that they were the first two. They were set apart so one man's lineage could come through and the prophecy could be fulfilled. If you want to argue with that with me, argue it with me off camera, not on the show. Point one. Point two is this. When you look at marriage in the beginning, you have to understand that it was always a union between two people and God was always at the head of it.
Yeah.
Now, what was the act that brought those two people together? I'm asking.
I don't know.
Not love. Not love.
Was it the
Not
little bone thing? You know, the guy put the bone out? No.
When they had ceremonies back
I'm
then.
about to say, I never read about a marriage ceremony with Adam and Eve.
Oh no, you never did because you know why? Because Adam came in unto his wife. He had sex with his wife. So that was that spiritual connection that they had.
I knew that, man. I didn't know you were talking about
you
that.
knew that.
Yeah.
You knew that.
Yeah.
But see, the audience don't know that.
Yeah.
The audience
I
don't know
wanted
some
to
of that.
be loved, but I
So
knew
you
it
want
was,
to be loved,
Yeah, I
but it's
wanted it
never
to be
love. It's always the act of sex.
Yeah.
So the thing is, when you said people are fucking into relationships, that is the truth because they don't actually know the spiritual meaning of what it truly is, of what marriage really is. When you go ahead, when you lay down with somebody, that's how we come up with these things like common law. But let's take it back even further. When people talk about consummating the marriage, like, I say, like, you got 3 daughters. Noble come around, do a good deed for you. You giving one of your daughters. What do? You have a ceremony. The only way that the marriage is really tied and it's sealed the deal is your daughter and Noble will go into that tent and they do the thing now. Boom, whop, the bam. Some poontang, some poo pow, bam. Some clapping of the cheeks, whatever you want to call it.
I don't like this.
It would happen. But that is the thing that consummated the marriage. It was never a ceremony. It was never a contract. It was never a piece of paper. It was never nothing
never
like that.
$100,000 marriage.
It was never $100,000 wedding.
Right.
Never a ring. It was always laying down with that person. So the thing
And now
is,
they doing that on the regular.
and now they do it on the regular. So now you have people laying up with everybody and not really understanding the meaning of that.
So they married to everybody.
So you're married to everybody.
Soul tie.
That-
You don't
and
like that word?
I don't like the word. I don't like the word because I'm gonna tell you why I don't like it. I understand it. I just don't like it because at times we give too much credit to a word instead of wanting to understand the meaning. And women do this very greatly. They'll go ahead, they'll attach it to a word very quickly, and then they want to use it to define everything. And the thing is, you have to be able to break away from that. So then now you have to hold on to the definition. You know what the act is, but now you hold on to that definition so you can learn, so you can detach from it. You have to learn to say, okay, oh yeah, I got this soul tie. So what's usually after the soul tie? It's so strong. No. Stop saying that. Because the soul tie don't have to be strong. That's a mental thing that you putting in your head to tell yourself that it's strong because you know what it is. A soul is what inhabits you. A tie means they're intertwined together. Usually when you tie something together, you're not supposed to break that. You need to learn that you can cut a knot. You can untie a shoe. You can untie a tie.
Yeah.
You can do that. But the problem is, that's why I don't like the term. Because
So what should we say?
what we should say is, let me tell you something.
Good question. Yeah.
If we taught in our households that if you laid down with somebody you was actually married to them, I bet you that would change the game a lot.
It would.
Because who wants to be married to 3 to 5 people
And we should take child support off the table too.
and take child support off the table?
If you lay down
Because
with him,
if
he'll
you lay
take care
down
of
with
it. It's
him,
on you.
It's on you.
Now
So
go
the-
find another
So
one.
there you go. Because guess what? They didn't have child support back then, did they?
Nope.
They just had people feeling guilty because they didn't want to raise the child.
Well, I mean, to be honest, man, you know, like they probably didn't have child support back then, at the times you talking about. But then also men, they didn't run around without intentions of taking care of their kids.
Oh, yes, they did.
You think so?
Oh, let me tell
think
you something. Because what did Christ say? Christ said it was for Moses the reason why you wrote the bill of divorcement. Now it's because people were going down, laying down with whoever, and doing what they wanted to do for any reason.
I'm saying, well, I guess let me clarify. I'm saying that the men that was getting with the women that understood the marriage and stuff like
understood that. Yes,
and
that wasn't the intention.
right? And they laid
I
down with their
understand.
woman. They knew that this is going to be my wife.
They knew that's what it was.
Okay,
Exactly.
yeah. So I had to clarify. But go ahead,
I
go
feel
ahead,
you.
cook. Yeah.
So when you look at that stuff, I kind of feel if we change the definition of things and we start to actually letting people know what it actually means, and we stop holding on to the actual word, because words have power to them.
Yeah.
And we give, just like people give money power because we believe in the dollar, the more people that back the dollar, that's what gives it life. Words work the same exact way.
That's true.
If so many people believe in that word, all it took was one pastor to teach on soul ties, and then the whole church just hung on to it. But nobody want to know what to do to let it go.
But I want to get back to chivalry.
We at an hour.
And the only reason I want to say this,
Let's talk about
we
it.
out of there?
We at an hour, but let's give it another 5-10 because we did come on a little late.
The only reason I want to get is because when it comes to chivalry, I do think it's misunderstood because it have to be respected in a mutual way.
Yeah.
First of all, both parties have to believe and appreciate effort.
Can I ask you a question?
Go ahead.
So, like, what is I don't really know what chivalry means. What is chivalry?
Oh,
mean?
let's look at the definition here.
Oh, he finna pull up.
You want the definition, big guy?
Pull up the definition. You keep cooking. And yeah.
It's a good gesture.
Mm-hmm.
It's an act of care, and you're doing something for somebody,
Mm-hmm.
and it's just really a small thing.
Okay.
It was never supposed to be something large. It was never supposed to be. It was just like you say, holding the door. For my lady.
So
I hold the door for anybody.
So now that you say that, because I kind of knew, but I ain't know the in-depth thing.
Mm-hmm.
So if it's just a act of kindness, a gesture, then how come when we talk about chivalry, it's always towards the man, not the woman?
Because first of all, it's taken for granted and it's misunderstood. And the reason why chivalry is probably dead on the man's side is because after you treat my chivalry like it's nothing or like I'm supposed to do it, it loses its value.
That's true.
And you know, it gets to a point where it's like, I'm not doing it. And not just that, when a man do something that's, I want to say bad or forbidding, we get punished for it. But when we do something good,
It doesn't get uplifted. It's not
We
on the
don't get
spotlight.
nothing for it.
Yeah.
Right.
so
right.
now chivalry is not dead. It just guys are tired.
Mm-hmm.
And like you just said before, women, can women actually give chivalry as well?
Now, remember we talked about men always being held to a certain standard?
Yes.
Let's talk about the standard in the definition here, people.
Here you go. He back in the book. Let's go.
Because
Well, I think the way that Jeff do it, the way he breaks down these words and give people definition,
I love it.
We not pulling it out of thin air.
No.
But really now when you give people the facts and you say these are the facts, it highlights certain things, and so we can sit up there and they can talk about what they think chivalry means. No, this is what it means. So go ahead, Jeff.
Now, chivalry is the combination of qualities expected, keyword, expected, of an ideal knight, especially courage, honor, courtesy, justice, and a readiness to help the weak. So, man, we are being held to a standard.
That ain't even real.
Come on, brother.
With that definition,
Because the thing is,
I never looked up the definition.
See,
I was taught it was just
because that's the
something for a
problem.
woman.
See, that's the problem.
Wow.
Because we taught these things to apply to other people, but this was something that a knight did. A knight served the king.
They looking at a man is supposed to be a knight in shining armor.
Exactly.
And you know,
that's
See, brother, we held to a standard.
Right. Now it's making sense.
Don't it make sense?
Since you said this and we now know what chivalry means, this let me know that I ain't crazy.
No.
Because you have women out there that expect every single man to give them chivalry. But I don't know you. You don't deserve my chivalry. I'm gonna tell you a story, bro.
Come on.
I was going to the YMCA a few years back, and there was this lady at the YMCA. She like Gal Gadot. You know Gal Gadot, the lady who played Wonder Woman nowadays. Yeah. Look like her, look like a model.
Okay.
So you would have men, she'd be all the way down the street. You would have men hurry up, open up the door for her, and wait for her to, just walk, take her time, right? So I come to the door one day, and she outside. I have a rule, man. I don't hold the door open for anybody that's not my wife. Because me personally, man, you ain't gonna say you saying Selah doing nothing, because times is different. And I think that's why chivalry is dying, because times is different. You try to do something nice for somebody, and a man try to do something nice for a woman, all of a sudden they looking at him, oh, you open the door for me, you trying to stare at my booty.
Bruh.
Nah, bro, I just tried to help open the door for you, but since you did that, now you done messed it up for all the other women that actually needed the door help for them or whatever.
Exactly.
So I ain't opening no doors for anybody that ain't my wife. I don't. He was like, even if it's an old lady, I'm so sorry. No
dealt
way.
with that.
So this lady came in. So I seen her coming. I open up the door. I go in there and I go to scan in. She come in there. Oh, just so rude. I didn't even know she was talking to me. You know,
That's
and then
crazy.
she was like, hello. I'm like, oh, you talking to me? Yeah. You didn't hold my door open for you. I said, look, lady, I know you around here looking like a model, and all these other dudes, they over here darn near about to die at the door to hold it open for you. You ain't my wife. I don't owe you nothing. I don't even know you. So to think that you're entitled for me to open the door for you, you crazy. You must got nothing coming. I'll do it again.
So ladies,
you ain't nobody. If you not my wife, I ain't opening your door.
we're not knights. We're men.
Yeah.
Just want to let you know that we're not knights. So that chivalry that you want us to give, that was some white people, European type stuff that was back then. That's what you want.
Hold my door. If it's raining, lay your coat over the water. Man, let me tell you something, bro.
Yeah.
My chivalry, my kind gestures. My woman is the only woman that deserves that. And other people might think I'm tripping, but guess what? I'm not dating you.
Well, we wouldn't think you're tripping. It's
my wife
your
love
form.
that. She know that.
Yeah, it's whatever.
Yeah.
It's you.
Right.
You know what I mean? That's a beautiful thing about life is everybody don't have to think the same. You
That's
know what I
it.
mean?
Yeah.
That's your way.
Right.
Jeff got his way. I have mine. And the beautiful thing is God let us have all three.
Mm-hmm.
It's something's wrong when somebody wants somebody else to take their way.
Yeah.
That's it.
That's when it becomes a problem.
But it's sometimes it's so weird now. Like you can see a woman really struggling with her girl. I seen it at Walmart the other day. Man, I was like, my groceries ain't that heavy. Let me get to my car. Cause you go up.
But I get you because it's
go up
scary
there-
now. And then.
Yeah, you go up there
And I
and try,
understand.
hey, I can help you. No, get away from me, creep. Where?
Yep.
Oh, all right, cool.
And I've
So,
been there where I
yeah.
tried to be nice to a woman before, and she thought, and I had to do a PSA for all the women. Just because a man is being nice, he don't want you.
Yeah.
And I had to let women know, and they look at me like, why are you offended by it?
But to be fair, a woman can't read minds, so she don't know what a man's intentions is. But guess what? We ain't even about to cross paths. You carry your groceries.
You know what, say like I like it.
If your stuff busting a thing, hey man, guess what? If you was my wife, I'd have been picking them up, And she was looking at me like, "You're not gonna help me?" No.
You know what?
Absolutely not. I'm about to mind my business.
The Bible also says, "Don't allow your good to be spoken evil of." Say like you ain't even allowing your good to be spoken evil of because he's cut it off right at the door. He's separating.
I respect that.
Yeah,
I respect that too.
That's my
I
lady is the
respect
only
that.
person that deserved that from me.
And I have been in an incident where I tried to help a lady and she got disrespectful because she thought I was trying to holler. And I think I was trying to tell her gas tank was open. So I'm coming up to her, and I guess she's so used to guys coming up to her,
Yeah.
she kind of.
Right. Hey.
So you know what I say after that? I hope all the gas fall out. I promise to God.
I hope they cut your catalytic converter
I
out.
hope something fly in it.
Yeah.
And they cut. And now you need a new fuel pump. That's
Right.
What you need.
Exactly.
I'm gonna tell you, bro, it's so crazy because one time my daughter's daycare teacher, her car wouldn't start. Right, and it's raining, it's thundering, and she just sitting at the steering wheel, she crying, right? And so, man, I got like a 20-foot long jumper cable in my trunk, right? And she looked over to me like I was supposed to help her. Man, I just reversed and drove off.
Oh my God!
I told my wife, I said, "Listen, man,
These would be some great reels.
it ain't no. I don't want no speculation because now all of a sudden I try like because my wife, I do everything the same for a reason. So that way, if somebody ever said that I did something, she gonna know they lying. You see what I'm saying? I go to Walmart at 6 a.m. She know when if certain situations happen. Oh, I seen this your husband do it. Nah, not my man. Cause he do a certain thing a certain way. I've been wearing the same deodorant, same cologne. I do the same exact thing. So if anybody ever say anything against me, my wife gonna be like, yeah, now something up. She might not tell you, but she gonna know. Like, she gonna know something up. Cause I don't operate that way. So man, look, bro, me and protect yourself.
Why do relationships feel so negative? And is chivalry really dead?
Yeah, this was a good conversation.
We just found out, guys, that chivalry that they think that we should be giving is not even real.
It's not real. We not nice.
Real.
Like you said, we're not nice.
We're
men.
not nice.
And the relationships feel negative because we putting too much expectation on them. They supposed to be hard.
Yeah.
Well, and because we're not going into relationships with the right intentions. Like you said, man, they fucking their way into a relationship. So yeah, man, the relationships is negative because they negative. Yeah. They feel negative because they really are negative. They're not supposed to happen.
Being created from a negative place.
Right. Yeah.
So they're not negative by mistake. Y'all was negative when y'all met. Y'all practiced
a negative plus a negative.
There it is.
It was a
Don't equal a positive.
So we broke it down for you.
So
3 brothers, no filter. That's Jeff.
There it is. Start knowing and growing and stop hoeing.
Sayla Brooks.
Sayla Brooks in the building.
Sayla Brooks.
What? Hey, my name's Sayla Jeff. Can you say it again? What the heck?
Said,
what?
Start knowing and growing and stop hoeing.
God is good.
That's all I got to say.
Preach, brother.
Hey, man, that's good. I can go right there.
And I'm Noble Content. This was
Oh,
Three
wait, we
Brothers.
got a comment.
Uh-oh.
It better not be though.
Hi, Danielle. How are you? She says, don't let some women alter your opinion of women. Like you said, you have a daughter. If somebody see her car broke down, would you
She
not,
talking to Sayla.
would you not want a man to help her?
Hey,
She
listen,
talking to
listen.
Does he-
Sayla. Get him down.
I'm telling you this, Danielle, and I respect the comments, and we gonna have grown people talk. I had this conversation with my wife as well.
Mm-hmm.
If my daughter is in a certain situation where her car is broke down, right? The first number she better call is mine or her man. You see what I'm saying? Because again, you don't know people's like intentions and different things like
answer.
that. You know, so hey, call your daddy or call your man, right?
What if daddy did? And what if she ain't got no man?
And what if she ain't got her man? Then I feel a certain ways, man. Like you got to prepare your kids.
AAA.
You see what I'm saying? Well, not only AAA, but like, man, I want to teach my daughter how to work on her own cars. I will, because it's certain things. Now, I'm not saying not offering help. Like, yeah, it would be nice if a married man helped my daughter. Like, it's two sides. If he helped my daughter,
Or just a
all
man
right,
in
cool.
general.
But I am saying my first thing to tell my daughter, hey, listen, man, you call your daddy or call your own man. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And what's so crazy is because that married man's wife might not like that he was over there trying to help somebody with their broke down car.
I've seen that too. I fell victim to that as well.
And that's a certain
That's
thing.
why
as well.
I say I love sitting with you guys because all of our life is so different. It's amazing. Because I'm a person that help everybody.
Right.
Like it don't matter to me. I'm holding the door for. I hold the door for men, women, children.
I feel you. I understand.
You know,
I understand.
but I get what you said. But it do backfire on me a lot.
But the thing is, when she said, because I can't see the comment, but don't let something that happened with a woman alter what I think about all women. I do not. So I treat every situation as an individual person's actions.
And any ladies that's watching this, this was not about 100% of ladies.
Right.
We was only sharing you know what I mean, our
Yeah.
perceptions, how we feel. But this is only about the group that we know.
Yeah.
100. This is not 100% of women. Just like when we talk about men, it's not 100% of men.
Right, and
Fact.
and I will say that like if you felt hit by something, it's for a reason, and if you didn't feel hit, it's because it wasn't meant for you. You see what I'm saying? We
Right.
gotta
Hey, that's
talk
true.
to you. That's what it is.
And that's it.
All right, y'all, we gonna wrap this up.
That's it.
It's your boy, Life Coach Jeff, coming to you live. Three Brothers, No Filter.
Three
and
brothers, no filter.
You could just Google me because we work on what people? SEO optimization.
Women are the problems.
Okay, see, we about to get canceled right here. Y'all, we about to get canceled.
Man, listen,
Don't
it's gonna be a
to
bunch
this,
of
man.
women lying about the
It's
dog
not-
that beat the
Women are the problem.
Listen,
Yeah.
nah,
Said it.
listen, I've been with the same woman. I love my woman. I can't speak on all that.
I hear
I'm
you.
joking, Danielle. I promise I'm joking.
Hey, but Danielle, man, I appreciate the comment. I appreciate the
Yes, ma'am.
the support that lets us know that you're watching. Yeah, man, I'm Salar Brooks. I told y'all, man, I am young in age but old in the soul, and to be a wealthy family man is the ultimate goal. Let's get it. Three brothers, no filter.
Chivalry ain't dead. They just scared.
Bars all night, baby. Bars.
I love him.
All right, y'all. This how we gonna close. We gonna close off the show on a happy note. All right, y'all. We'll be back again next week, same
See y'all
time,
next week,
same
man.
place.
May God
Appreciate it.
bless.
Three Brothers, No Filter.
Let's get it.
Peace out, y'all.